Hi, this is GunNut226 here with a review of Civilian Arms Training Source, IPDS Systems. It's the Immediate Personal Defense System. Now this is based on the C.A.R training system, Center Axis Relock. I did take the initial level 1. I didn't really get a lot of good video, and I actually had to I took this class IPDS twice because it's rather involved, and the second time I got a lot better video than the first time. So I'm not going to use the video from the first round. I'm using the video from the second class I went to. Anyway, I just want to do a brief overview of what's covered in the class, and then I have some really good video clips that I worked with the instructor on, actually the owner of the school, Civilian Arms Training Source, Tim. He's a good guy. So let's go. First thing, right here on the cover, you can see safety first. That is a really good thing. I 100% agree with that. The last thing I want to do when I'm out here trying to learn something new and trying to learn this system is to get hurt or get shot, or have somebody else in the class get shot or get hurt, because that would just ruin the whole day for everybody. So safety first. That's utmost importance, and so it should be. This is just a brief overview of what they do. They take a couple hours of the class in the beginning, and they go over a few things. So this is basically the class outline, what you do. Here's some fundamentals. There's 7 R's that we'll go over, and this is just the first look at them. This is what you learned in level 1, and I think I covered most of this in level 1, the level 1 review. Here's a few words. Let me just show this to you. I'm not gonna read all this to you, but if you need to pause the video and read it all, you can do that. I'm not going to go through and read all this. There's a lot of theory, why the system was developed, stuff like that. One of the things that really stuck out to me is right here on this page. I will read this right here. If what we are doing right now is so good, why is the national hit rate as low as 18%? Now, that is really surprising to me, that trained officers and people who are trained in this, their hit rate when they're in a situation is like 18%. You think it would be much higher than that. So that's a little bit surprising. Maybe if the officers had more training, or I'm not really sure, but that just seems surprising to me. Anyway, this is an excerpt from, this is what Paul Castle, he's the developer of the system. He has a separate school, I believe, in maybe Tennessee or something. I haven't really investigated that because funding options are limited at this point. Here are the color codes. I think I reviewed this also in the level 1. Basically, it just goes to your state of mind. Safety procedures, once again, they cover that extensively. Here are some of the fundamentals for the proper handling of firearms. I think I also covered this in my level 1 review. 5-count draw. We'll see this in actual video, and a lot of the videos actually, I think. A couple of the videos at least. And so this is the basic steps and procedure to the 5-count draw. And I think I have a couple good shots of the draws. So maybe I'll point those out when we get to that point. I'll talk a little bit about each clip before I get there. Here is the combat matrix. It's actually the 6 R's. The 7th R was my responsibility at the range. It was refreshments. They were just kidding around, but anyway, there are 6 R's in the circle. Reacting, reducing, reloading, recovering, returning, and retention. I think I might have covered this in part 1. as well in my initial class. But they really drill it into you in this IPDS class. First you take the level 1, then you take the IPDS systems, and then you take the level 2 handgun. So anyway, if you guys want to read this, you can read this at your leisure, since it'll be on the internet. You can record it or pause it or whatever you need to do. Hard to do through the viewfinder. Sorry about that. Anyway, I don't want to go over a lot of the concepts, but basic concept is what they're trying to emphasize is good technique. If you have good technique in the CAR system, I've done a little bit of additional reading on the CAR system, so I have a little more additional information, I guess, on the theory behind it. I have a book. I don't have it right here, but there's a book that talks a lot about the bone alignment and how the system was developed and things that Paul did to do that, and how he kind of the history behind the whole system and how it came about. And it's kind of interesting reading. So I really recommend that book. I wish I had it here. Maybe I'll put it in either annotations or in the comments in the area that I have below. Oh, one of the really cool things, I want to do a little bit of a demo, but one of the really cool things that I learned, I didn't know it before. I don't know if it's a common thing, but I've taken a few classes before and I've never really learned this. Is the double feed. There's a normal way to clear a double feed, and then there's this more advanced way to clear a double feed. Let me induce a double feed here with these snap caps into this. I'm using the C.A.R. CW9. It seems to work pretty well. So let me induce a double feed. If you're at the range, you're like, oh, I got a double feed. You got to like take out the magazine and clear everything, get new magazine maybe or whatever. But the quick way, just release pressure on the mag. Just pull the mag out a little bit. Put it back in. Rack a new round in there, and you're ready to go. So that is exponentially faster than the way I was initially taught to do double feeds many years ago. I guess they were saying on some guns it may not work. Like on most guns, I guess it does. On my SIG it worked. On this CAR it works. I guess on the Glocks that's extensively tested with them, it works pretty well. So anyway, I just wanted to get that in there. That's a really good way to clear the double feed. And this is covered back here. One of the things that we really focused on, we'd spent, I don't know, half an hour or so doing weapons retention type stuff. Maybe it wasn't that long. Anyway, I don't think I have any video of it. But anyway, if you're trying to retain your weapon, this is a really good system to do it. Instead of having it way out there on a not much leverage on it, but it's easy to get away from you. There's a lot of people out there who know some martial arts and whatnot. It's actually pretty easy to take a gun from somebody if they don't know what they're doing. So this system kind of tries to combat that just a little bit. Anyway, here's the stoppage and malfunction area. Failure to see is just tap, rack, bang, which pretty much I was taught pretty much for everything. Double feed, that new technique that I showed you, it is really nice. I wish I would have had that a long time ago. I was never really taught that before. The stovepipe, obviously, that's not really the way I was taught to do the stovepipe. I was just tap, rack, bang for pretty much any malfunction, and it usually works. Except for in the case of a double feed, you have to go through another whole procedure. but the way that I show you expedites things quite a bit. So here's some final thoughts. Like I said, they spend probably a couple hours, hour and a half, maybe an hour talking, and then we go through some dry runs of things. So overall, it's I would really highly recommend going to level 1 first to get the system down, and then taking the IPDS IPDS second. And then I haven't taken the level 2 yet, but I'm looking forward to it. Probably here in another month or two, I'll get out there to do that. But anyway, first clip that I'm going to cover here, I'm going to cut it in to this video. Sorry if the changes seem abrupt, or I don't want to waste too much time with transitions, so I might just cut straight to the video. Anyway, the first video is the instructor, Tim, explaining a little bit of theory about entry into a doorway, talks about the fatal funnel a little bit, and how that's a really dangerous part of any entry is pretty much the doorway, and how to clear that rather quickly. So anyway, enjoy this clip, and I'll see you after the clip.
We don't want to linger. You don't want to like open up the door and stand there like this, right? This is referred to as the fatal funnel, right? If there's any light out here at all, street lights at night, lamps, daylight, okay, and it's here, I'm backlit, okay? So if somebody's in the house, boom, 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 it's really easy to light you up, right? Okay, so sometimes we'll come in at an angle. Right? We want to make sure that whatever it is, okay, I can switch. Okay, I'm not telegraphing my body, so I can cover this. Okay, and now I'm going to make entry through the door, and I'm going to use the third side. As I go through the door, I'm going to kick off, push off. So as I clear this side here, it looks pretty good. Okay, so as I come through, push off. I'm not standing there. So I come through the door, I'm pushing off and leading with my firearm, right? So everybody, we're going to go, as you come up to the door right here, okay, swing a little bit over here to clear this side, visually inspect it, good. All right, now I'm going to push off this way, right, on my weapon side. So I'm going to turn left, I'm using my weapon side. So everybody make a line.
When he says push off, you are springing your weight. You're building up forward momentum by using the ball and toe of your right foot and using it as a springboard to give your butt forward momentum to move. In other words, we're not just kind of lazily rounding the corner. You're going to plant it and push off the ball and the toe of your foot to give yourself momentum because you're changing directions. Okay, you're changing direction. You want to go and move. Push off it. Exaggerate it a little bit. All right.
Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed that little clip. Here's the next clip, also of Tim, one of the instructors. He is doing principles of entry and a little bit of demonstration of clearing multiple obstacles. So just kind of pay attention to what he's trying to do. Basically, don't get surprised around the corner, and be prepared. Try to want to see as much as you can. It's kind of like slicing the pie, which I think they cover here a little bit. They covered that in level 1. So anyway, here's the next clip. Hope you enjoy it. I'll be right back.
Which is my weapon side, I'm going to veer left, right? So, if I come up and I clear this here real quick. Okay, alright, now I'm coming over here. Now I've got to go this way. Right through here. Then clearing this way.
Everything you do, make it deliberate.
Right. This is clear right here.
Not sloppy,
this way.
and lazy.
Transition. Good. This way. Right.
Clean, crisp, and sharp.
Good. So now I'm good to go with keeping it in my weapon side here as I'm going through here. So I may come down in the stool, combat high. I'm going to get back in line here again, right? And I'm going to clear This side good, I'm gonna go this side through here. Oh, let's get off this shit over here. Right? Okay. See, every corner I come up to, I want to be in a habit of transitioning through here, right? And get through now this side. Come back.
Okay, this next clip is basically going to be the 5-count draw. So he's going to go through each individual step, and he's going to cover a little bit of safety while he's doing it. Like we said before, safety is paramount here at the class. So just want to be aware of the safety aspects at all times, which I said before is really, really nice. So anyway, enjoy this clip, and see you in a minute.
Okay? Guns don't come out this way, because the person standing there is not going to like it very much. They're not going to see it, but I will. Okay? Again, key grip, key clearance, key support. Okay? Shot sequence, bang, 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 scan. Back to high. Reaction handstands fast. Gun comes right back down and into the holster. Questions? All right, give it a shot.
Okay, this next clip here, hope you enjoyed that clip. Here, the next clip is Tim, one of the instructors. He is basically in combat high, scanning for targets, and he's demonstrating how easy it is to respond to each threat. When the other instructor yells out a threat, like for example, gun, he reacts to that very quickly by bringing the arm up to firing position and returning to scan and reassessing the situation to get ready for the next threat to pop up. I believe he's taking pretty much all headshots in this, and you can see it's a fast reaction time, and it's easy to get from one position to another fairly quickly. Anyway, here's the clip.
I'm just going to demo it, all right? He's going to record it. Strike that one.
All right, combat high. Extended headshots. Gun! 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 Holster. Clear.
Clear.
All right, here's the next clip. Intro to the next clip. There's a few students here sitting down in a chair. They're looking over their shoulder and firing to their rear. So this can be good in a lot of situations. Actually, one of the drills that we did was there's 4 people in a car, and at this point we're using plastic guns, obviously, or rubber guns rather. And we would each have a quadrant to cover. Like the people on the left would take the left side, the person in the front would take the front side and the left side, or maybe behind them. One of the concepts that they covered was defending yourself in a car. So that was kind of interesting. I hadn't really thought about that a whole lot, but it was a really good drill to put that in your head. So this is a little bit of practice. They actually did this drill. They turned the chair pretty much every 45 degrees. You went and you burned a couple clips pretty much at every 45 degree position. So you had a little bit of experience of firing to the rear behind you and twisting your body around just because I've never done it before, and it was pretty interesting to do. So that's one of the things that they taught, and it was pretty good. Highly recommend that. At least doing that if you ever have to defend yourself in a car potentially. Anyway, here's a clip. Hope you enjoy it.
Keep your muscles on your targets. 2 targets.
targets.
Yes, 2 targets.
All right.
Are back on this?
Yeah, you're all right. All right.
A little bit in your car.
Couple magazines. Okay, at your pace. Couple magazines. Go. Watch that muzzle. Point. There you go. Twist. There you go. Good.
Once again, you're shooting better on the left.
All right, when you're done, stand up. Holster.
Drop the slide.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that clip. Here's the next clip. Now, initially, when we first started doing this, I was a little bit uncomfortable, to be honest. I was never really taught to, I mean, you're not really relinquishing control of the firearm, but you're changing hands with the loaded firearm. I mean, I've seen people do it before, and I was like, wow, that doesn't seem safe. But actually, it's not that bad once you understand the principles behind it, and they teach it to you pretty well in the class. They go over it. I've even being uncomfortable with it, not knowing it before, I didn't actually drop. They teach you with the rubber gun initially, and I didn't drop at all. And it's a lot easier as you get more practice with it. And I was kind of surprised at changing sides, changing hands, going from a weapon side to reaction side. Really, it's quite an amazing thing. I hadn't really thought about it much before, but if you transition your hands quickly, you can change directions a lot quicker. You can react quicker. It gives you practice shooting left-handed and right-handed, and that's kind of an interesting concept. I hadn't really thought about it much before, but I mean it's a little bit challenging at first and overwhelming, and that's why I'm glad I took the class a second time to get a little bit of that, a little bit more down. Anyway, this is a clip with Tim. He's doing weapon side, reaction side shooting, and he's just lightning quick, especially with one of the mag changes in there. It's like, wow, that's he's done a lot of training, and he knows what he's doing. But anyway, here's the clip. Hope you enjoy it. Okay, guys, here's this next clip. Unfortunately, I didn't start recording this clip until late. But basically, the concept is you start in the back and you work towards the target. You start far away and you walk closer. And basically, you weave in and out of the chairs and you change from weapon side to reaction side, having experience in doing both. Actually on the move and getting closer to the target in process. And then at the end of the process, they clear the target. So that's actually a pretty interesting concept in itself. So here's just a small clip. Sorry I didn't get the whole thing, but anyway, here it is.
You know, this will drive my range master crazy if he sees me doing this.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed that clip. This is the final clip that I have. Then I'll use a few parting words. The final clip here is the Paul Castle Combat Course, I believe it's called. Anyway, it's basically you have a team of people that are shooting in sequence. One person is responsible for 2 targets, and the sequence is a little complex initially, but it gets a little easier as you progress. But they also then throw in other little things like reaction side, weapon side, kneeling, standing, other things that complicate the mix. This team actually did pretty well. Actually did a lot better than the team that I was on, I think. So anyway, it is timed, so there is a little bit of pressure and communication, and so it works a lot of different issues that you hadn't really thought about. I guess I hadn't really thought about until taking a class that was similar to this, like this one. So anyway, if you can communicate well with your teammates, you can coordinate your fire more effectively. Basically, that's what it boils down to. And communication is the key. So I hope you enjoy this clip. And anyway, I'll see you at the end. Okay, this is just my closing final remarks for the IPDS systems class. Basically, overall, it's a really good class. It is an 8-hour class, and you're there pretty much all day. So I would highly advise to bring a lot of water and a lot of support equipment, a lot of ammo. In this class, the first Thanks for watching.